So many of us believe in sustainability, in its moral rightness, and its very possibility. So how do we get from believing to being, to this passionate knowing that sustainability is the core, the very foundation of our lives? As you can tell, I'm passionate about this. This came to me early in life. I grew up on a farm in Kansas, and one of my favorite memories is being out in the field on a tractor. And Daddy came striding across the field. My first thought was, oh no, I've done something wrong, and this is Daddy, right here. I said, oh no, I've done something wrong. He climbed up on the tractor and he said, Jeannie, what do you see? Being in that mindset, I said, I don't see anything. His reply was, look around and notice what you see. This is my church. So early in life, it steeped into my very bones this knowing of the sacredness of the land. On the farm, we were asked and required, really, to reuse, recycle, reduce waste, repair everything, and when all else failed, we held it together with baling wire. So I came to Kohala on the island of Hawaii in my early 20s, and I knew I was home. The values that I held so dearly were part of the culture. That love for and reverence for the land, care for family, community, and that really acceptance of all the many cultures that were here. In Hawaii, we have many words for sustainability. Aina, which means land. Pono, rightness. Mai kai, which is excellence. And vai, which is wealth as a living resource. For vai means water, to share, care for, and preserve. Sustainability is dynamic. It's a way of life. I deeply held conviction that our personal well-being is entwined with the well-being of nature. 15 years ago, I was spa director at luxury hotels on Hawaii Island. I cherished the moments when guests would come, expecting a great vacation and finding transformation through our spa services. That experience was the birth of my dream to create a place of peace where people could come and intentionally awaken and transform their lives. Now, during those years in the hotel, I tried repeatedly to integrate more sustainable practices. To not much luck. In those days, the hotels had a very firm idea of the definition of luxury, and that didn't have much to do with sustainability. At that time, luxury meant conspicuous consumption. Out of my frustration came the realization that there was more that could be done. That it was time to transform the idea and create a new paradigm for elegance and luxury that continued to have beauty, peace, serenity, the awareness of the healing of nature. creating an example of what could be, that sustainability and elegant living are eminently possible. From the beginning, this really was a spiritual path. My husband and I found land in North Kohala on the island of Hawaii that supported our vision. The name of this land is Ahupuhaku Ho'omalahia, and that means gathering place of peace-giving stones. This became Hawaii Island Retreat, a fully sustainable wellness retreat that actually gives back to the land. We had traveled around the world and could find only superficial examples of sustainability. We wanted to do so much more. We wanted to incorporate everything we could to create this wellness retreat and boutique hotel that was fully sustainable, beautiful, elegant, and gave back to the land. What kept us motivated was the sacred land and the knowing that it was possible. That belief in our vision. And, of course, patience and perseverance. When we began construction of Hawaii Island Retreat, those in governmental offices really didn't know what to do with us. They had no guidelines for the permits that we were asking for. The county and state in 2011 hadn't even thought about what it took to build or run a sustainable property. Our research took time. Again, we had to be very patient, meeting with governmental agencies over and over again. There were a few in the community that fought against us doing that, not because of what we were doing, but what they feared we might do. But we kept at it. The hotel was designed after turn-of-the-century Hawaiian palaces to emulate, to capture ambient light, cooling ocean breezes, and the delight of nature. We wanted to include the best of both worlds, which is what we've done. Modern technology with organic farming practices. We create our own electricity with photovoltaic panels, and with photovoltaic panels and windmill. We have our own organic gardens and fruit orchards. We have our own well and integrate many widespread water conservation efforts. At Hawaii Island Retreat, we embrace the Hawaiian values of living now in a way that sustains the future. At Hawaii Island Retreat, we believe that continual balance is one definition for sustainability. Living in harmony with the land. At times, it was so frustrating we would cry in frustration. But what kept us going was the sacred land and the knowing that what we were doing was of great value. One of my favorite quotes is by John F. Kennedy. The reason we go to the moon and do other great things is not because they're easy, but because they're hard. So, we know, we've experienced that sustainability does work. It can be elegant. It does enrich lives. And many of the small, ongoing actions do make a difference. Whether it's turning off lights or sorting trash, buying organic, all of those make a difference. But most important, it's being present to those mindful, ongoing actions that do make a difference. So now, what stands in our way? What stands in our way is habits. Fast-paced lives that leave little time for reflection. Habits such as going to material for our happiness. It's using wealth for power rather than for creativity and service. Some of us believe that sustainability is old-fashioned, it's roughing it, it takes time, it's too hard, it's not my fault. So what does it take? It takes passion, perseverance, commitment, patience, and it takes vision. We do need to commit. Our passion for sustainability and healing kept us going when our efforts were stopped or delayed. We just kept at it. Mindfulness is a great opportunity we offer guests, for we believe that the sustainability of each individual is the ability to renew themselves, to feel at peace, serene, enlivened, and to be free of the distractions of modern life. We believe that change does begin with our own awakening and return to ourselves, and mindfulness leads that way. Our motto is quiet your mind, enliven your senses, instill well-being. Luxury combines a rare, refined, and highly aesthetic experience with our personal attention to the needs of each and every guest. So this creates a knowing, a feeling of true well-being that lasts long before, after they go home. So, true luxury is about wise choices and excellent experiences. This kind of luxury is a way to nourish ourselves, others, and our planet. Our guests love what we're doing. They love how they feel, peaceful, serene, revitalized, and they share our vision. Sustainability offers hope. It does enrich lives. There's so much to gain. So, the islands are home to a culture that lived sustainably in a way that nurtured and honored the land. They lived sustainably. This belief affirmed and still affirms our connection with nature and our responsibility to it. Our task now is to embrace that. Choose it wisely.